guys, coming at you with another training video. So this is a week after the last one. He's looking a lot better. I've made a lot of progress as well with the things that I'm doing to help him get better, so I'm pretty happy with this one. So this is just some footage of us in the long down while the other dog is working. Again, in the long down, I am not even supposed to be looking at him, and he's supposed to just keep his attention on me. So one of the things I want to talk about is the terminology. Some of the terms that we use may not be well understood if you're new to the channel, new to the sport. So a term you might hear often is foos, which is essentially what this is. It's fancy healing. So as I stated in the other video, we don't use foos, we use opid. Opie is another common phrase or term to use. It just depends on what language you're training in, but essentially the foos is just, again, the fancy heal. That's where they're healing, but they should be looking at you the entire time. Basically, their intention should always be on you, and no matter what's going on around them, the attention should be there. So that's one of the reasons that we are rewarding throughout it, because he is losing his attention because it's still pretty new to him, and so rewarding is just a way to keep his attention, keep him focused, and get him trained properly.
Hi guys, I hope you are enjoying our channel. If you are, please do like and subscribe so you can keep updated with any new videos or shorts.
So one of the things I do need to work on is my about turn right there. It's not really tight for me or him. He's pulling away from me more than he should be, and I'm not making it as sharp as it should be. So that's one of the things that we're working on really heavily right now. And then again, you do want to go through the group. Once do a figure eight, but I went through the group I think twice here for the same reason, just to make sure that he's getting rewarded for when he's doing it correctly. That way he's got the drive and the ambition to do it correctly, rather than getting away with looking away or getting disengaged because he's not getting rewarded. So rewarding frequently is something that I do struggle with. I don't reward as often as I probably should, and that's one of the reasons that we do these trainings, is so that I can get better, so that he can get better. So here again, we are doing the same routine as the first part of the routine you just saw. The only difference is this is off leash. This was his second time doing the routine, so he was having a little bit of a hard time keeping focus, just because he'd already been sitting out for quite a while and not getting rewarded, not getting played with, you know, just in the down. So he did have a little trouble keeping focus, and the cameraman had a little trouble as well, but it happens sometimes. But all in all, he did pretty good. But there again, my about turn, not nearly tight enough. He's not tight enough around me. He did really good on the fast foos. He does get ahead of me on the slow down foos, but that's kind of expected, so somewhat acceptable. And then here we're getting again to the sit and the down, so he should be doing the fancy healing, which when he gets it right is really beautiful. So he got a little distracted here in the sit as well, but for the most part kept focus, which is really good. Sometimes he will start to stand before I get back to him, which is kind of a no-no in the trial, but sometimes it happens. It didn't happen today. It did happen when he was in the down. When I went to pick him up from the down, he stood up before I got to him, but that was just because he really wanted to move and work. This is the end of the routine. It is what is called a recall. Basically put him in the down and then call him to me. He does pretty good on these ones. The only thing is, you're gonna see here, he was pretty lazy about it. Again, he was already kind of bored and kind of tired. This should have been a whole lot faster, but he was just not really feeling it. And then he did stop a little bit short, but not too short. And then I'm still working on the finish, so when I told him to go into the foos, it was kind of lazy. He did about a 45 degree.